Hey, you kids, get off my lawn. You know, it feels so good to be able to say that again. This is the Cranky Old Man, and welcome back to another edition of Cranky's Corner. You know, it's been a while since I was able to sit down and talk with y'all. I'll tell you, I kept having things that I wanted to do, and I kept trying to get here and do them. But that old fickle finger of fate kept inserting itself into the crack of my ass and sending me off on adventures I'd rather not have in places I'd rather not be. But I'm back. We're together. We can talk now. Now, I had a few subjects I wanted to talk about. You know, I had a friend named Thomas. He sent me this incredible band named Bang, and I was starting to work my way through that. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. So thank you, Thomas. You rule. I'm like up to like their 1974 stuff. I listened to the Best of Bang, and I listened to Death of a Country, and um, so far I'm digging it. It's like proto doom metal. Um, it's great. It really is. But I was listening to that, and I was going to talk about that. Then I was digging through my record collection and I stumbled on a genre of music that I don't understand why it exists. It's good, but I don't understand why it exists. And I was going to talk about that. Then, then it happened. I was out and about and I saw that the new Ozzy album had come out. I saw this. Yeah, that's right. Ozzy. Patient number 9. I gotta tell you, I wasn't gonna get this album. I really wasn't. I mean, I saw it in Walmart, and it's Ozzy, so it's like it's hard not to get it, you know. But I had buyer's remorse from this one. This was his 20 I think 2020 release. This was like Ordinary Man. And at the time it came out, I really didn't like it. I mean, it felt like Ozzy trying to get in with a younger crowd and be relevant, you know. And I get it, you know, you're Ozzy trying to stay famous. You're 70 years old at this point, and you're trying to rejuvenate yourself to a younger crowd. But I didn't think the songs on there were very good, and I didn't like the way they doctored his voice. Because, I mean, you know, he's 70. They got to doctor it somewhat, you know. Um, Now, I've listened to it again since 2020, and my views on it have kind of softened. So, am I going to say that Ordinary Man was a bad album? Yeah, I'm going to say Ordinary Man was a bad album. But I will say that it's not as bad as I originally thought it was. But it's still at the bottom of the pile. And because of that, I wasn't going to get Patient number 9. I did hear I saw a couple of YouTube videos on it. Um, saw the kind of half-ass listen to them. Didn't like them very much, and I wasn't going to do it. So I texted the wife and I said, look, it's at Walmart. Well, she texted me back and she said, get it. Well, I didn't get it. I didn't. I got it the next day when I went to Target. Yeah, I went to Target and bought this album. But I'm kind of glad I did, because this is what you get on the Target album. All right, it's a 2-disc set, and that's what the discs look like. So, not that I'm a big sucker for colored discs, but, I do have the Fuse vertical record player, and it does look pretty good spinning on it. But, I got to listen to this thing, and, maybe it's just the vinyl experience, maybe it's nostalgia for Ozzy, or maybe it's the fact that because of Ozzy's health problems and other things, they actually had 2 years to get it right. This sounds pretty damn good. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it is really good. We're on this album. You see him teaming up with people like Post Malone and all the current people. And he got rid of Zakk Wylde, and he was just trying to be, I think he was trying to be more, pop star Ozzy. This one, he's back to being rock star Ozzy. And instead of teaming up with, the social media greats and the new guys, he's back to being with people like Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Taylor Hawkins, who, from the Foo Fighters, who passed away, and this is probably his last recorded thing. Tony Iommi, that guitar god. Mike McCready, Duff McKagan, Chad Smith, Rob Trujillo, bass player for Metallica, and Zakk Wylde. So Zakk Wylde's back on this too. So Ozzy's got the big guitar sound from not just Zakk Wylde, but a bunch of people. There's a lot of different influences. In fact, I was listening to this, and, it sounds to me like Ozzy's got, Ozzy probably had Tony Iommi do some ghostwriting on this thing. I mean, it sounds like Iommi riffs. Even if Iommi only really played on 2 songs, it sounds like he might have ghostwritten or at least contributed to some other Ozzy songs. I know Rob Trujillo said he did. There was a couple of ideas that he had that he threw out and they used. So I'm sure there was that going on. But Patient Number 9, yeah, you should go pick it up. I think it's a really good album. You're going to find out that Patient Number 9 it's also a little bit of a darker album. A lot of the, like Ozzy ballads that he used to do, when he was like Ballad King, which, by the way, I never liked. I hated those things. No More Tears, I can't stand the album because of those ballads. But anyway, I digress. A lot of them are missing here. Is it a perfect album? No. There's a few things that I don't really like about it. Not that I don't really like them, but, I wish there was a little more diversity. The kind of acoustic-y beginnings to a lot of the songs. I feel like they go to the well one too many times with that. Ozzy's voice, it sounds good. It sounds really good. Sounds a hell of a lot better than it did on this one. But it still sounds kind of, kind of processed in certain areas, if that makes any sense. I mean, okay, yeah, he's 73 years old. He's got Parkinson's. I'm sure they had to make allowance and do some doctoring. I mean, I saw some interviews with him. You can't even understand him. Not like you could understand him before, but now it's really, really bad. And it just seems like on some of the, like this is going to be his last hurrah. This seems like from the subject matter that he talks about in the album to the different guest stars that he has, you know, almost like a wish list or a who's who of who he would have wanted to play with. This seems like this is probably going to be his last album. At least I hope it is, because I don't want to see my legends go downhill. But right now, I'm going to suggest this. I'm going to tell you, run, don't walk. Go get Patient Number 9. As a matter of fact, if you're a big Ozzy fan and you really want an experience, go get the deluxe CD version, the box set version. It comes with a comic book. It comes with all sorts of stuff. And maybe somebody can tell me this online. I don't understand why this is. I was looking at the CD version. I almost bought the CD version. And on the CD version, Patient Number 9 is the first song. And Immortal is the second song. But on the album, Immortal is the first song, and Patient Number 9 is the second song. Don't know why that is. Maybe one of my younger and wiser viewers, or you know what, Thomas, you can help me out with that. You seem to know more about these things than I do. But anyway, run, don't walk to your store. Whether you go to Walmart and get it, or whether you go to Target or get it, or whether you just agree with my wife and think that Ozzy sounds like the broken the broken washing machine, go get it, because it's good and it's worth it, and it'll make you happy, and it'll make me happy because it'll make me feel like you actually listened to me and somebody did something. But anyway, that's it for the corner this week. I am the Cranky Old Man. Like, click, subscribe, you know, all that shit. Make me feel good. And I'll come back and, I don't know, maybe I'll make you feel good. But we'll talk to each other later. Until then, stay the hell off my lawn. And have a nice day.